Welcome back to Tuesday Newsday, everyone. It's been a bit of a long hiatus here. Apologies for that. I've had some real life things happen with family and hospitalizations and stuff like that. So rough couple of months here, but hey, we're back today, and I'm excited to catch you guys up on everything I've been able to catch up on. So I'm sure I'm still behind on some things, but maybe Michael can help me answer some of that. Speaking of, hi, Michael.
Hello, Rem. How are you doing?
Good to have you back on.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
So we're going to be talking Gen Con and CDT Catalyst demo team today. But let's see if I can get you guys through the news first. So apologies to my mods if I go too fast. If you're able to get any of these links posted for me, that would be phenomenal. But for fiction, any day now, a new audiobook is dropping. It's going to be Land of Dreams, the third founding of the clans. It's been submitted, and as we know, whenever we submit to Amazon for Audible, it's going to, we wait for the approval and we don't know what day or time or whatever. So it's kind of like, surprise, it's live now. So that's coming any day now. And then this Friday is coming Wasted, Top Drek Story, which is a new Shadowrun novella. Do you know? I think it might be a novella.
I think it's a novella.
Okay. So that is coming this Friday. So if you want your fiction, that is the current release schedule. For RPGs and Shadowrun, at Gen Con, Deus Ex Arcana is going to be releasing a little bit early. We're flying some copies into the show pre-release, because otherwise it comes out in later August, a few weeks later, I think. And then also Shadowrun Anarchy. We haven't gotten to talk about this on Tuesday Newsday since the announcement, so that is so special. I'm gonna go get the link now. Shadowrun Anarchy 2.0 by Black Book Editions is coming to Kickstarter. So Black Book Editions is the French publishing company that did the French version of Anarchy, and they're huge Shadowrun fans. They've done actual plays, and we've worked very closely with them. One of their people is a freelancer for us, in addition to Black Book stuff. So I'm gonna get you guys the link for that, because it's pretty cool. I love this cover. Have you seen the cover, Michael?
I have. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's so, this is the artwork that I want on my wall. Sometimes, I love Shadowrun, obviously, but sometimes, the art is less of the neon and more of the dark.
Yep.
And, this just feels... I want the dragon. I love that.
Sometimes you just need it. No, I've got Echo's scroll on my wall. I've got all the cool stuff. No, it's the art gets me all the time. I've got my Shadowrun Tarot set right over here somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. So Anarchy, so we are going to be promoting a lot of that coming up. We're going to have a couple of people from Black Book on during the launch for Tuesday Newsday, and we'll be playing some games of it and doing some marketing alongside Black Book. So really excited for 2.0. I've gotten to run it a couple times already, and I like it. My World of Shadows cast actually is requesting that we switch to Anarchy 2.0 for season 3 of World of Shadows. So
nice.
it's a good game. What else do we have? All right, so BattleTech. We've got at Gen Con, the third Star League Battle Group Force Pack and the Emplacements Force Pack are going to be at Gen Con. So some of those are flying in. I think
all those are coming flying in, where to get some of that stuff in to make sure we didn't have to worry about anything. They really went out of their way right now to really do what we can. With shipping being one of those questions up in the air, the world being everything up in the air, they really wanted to make sure that anybody who hikes their way out to Gen Con, we can do the very best we can for them and give you a little peek behind the curtain.
Awesome. a big special guest that we have coming to Gen Con is Quincy of Quincy's Tavern. If you guys don't know, check him out on YouTube. He's got 65,000 subscribers there, but millions on TikTok. And he's known for like the soft-spoken, welcoming tavern vibe for D&D. So he is an official partner with Catalyst now. So he's going to be at the show doing autographs, talking to people, and we'll be promoting his first game with us, which is Guardians of the Four Winds. So you can come demo the game. You can get a copy of it. There's going to be, I believe, a mug and a coin for Quincy as well. So you should check that out and come see him. And then some other exciting Gen Con news. This is all last minute. So I know Turbo Turtle and some others have asked over the past several months of, are we going to be live streaming at Gen Con? And the answer has been no. Well, the answer is yes now. So we had an opportunity to get a really cool space at Gen Con. In the hallway, there's going to be a stage, and we're going to be live streaming for like 11 hours a day or something like that at the show. And we're going to be playing all kinds of games. We're going to be having industry guests on. There's a whole lot happening. So Quincy's going to be on that as well. We're going to be giving away little coupons and stuff like that for the booth for people who are watching the show. So if you're not going to Gen Con, you'll be able to see it on live stream. If you are going to Gen Con, you'll be able to see us, walk past us. There should be a TV up there, and we're trying to get some speakers set up as well so that you guys can hear what's going on the stage from the busy hallway. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So live streaming, we're getting, like I said, some industry special guests and some great conversations. The schedule will be coming out shortly. We're finagling all of that together now. And we should have some very special guests as well. There's going to be some celebs that are at the show, and besides Quincy, Tommy Rice is going to be one of them. He's going to be on. I know I'm going to see Luke Gygax there. He's actually, so I'm kind of semi off topic, but it's going to be at Gen Con. I'm actually doing some marketing for Luke and Tommy and Dimitri Del Castillo. They are launching a new fitness app called Body by Gygax, and it's going to be like a D&D adventure app that you can like do like rogue workouts or wizard puzzles or barbarian bodybuilding stuff. So that's going to be a pretty cool app that they are announcing there. No, Freddie is not going to Gen Con. He just announced or did his premiere for his new movie though, for I Know What You Did Last Summer. So that is most of our Gen Con news in terms of stuff that's coming, stuff we're going to be doing there at the booth and around the booth. But Michael, you've been a lot busier on planning Gen Con stuff since I've been kind of stepping out for the family stuff lately. So can you give us an idea of where else is Catalyst going to be and what are we doing?
Oh, we are seeing our biggest, thank you, I appreciate it. We've got our biggest footprint ever, Rem. We're looking at, we're going to have 5 different areas that we're working on. We've got our major booth right in the main hall. Everybody knows where it's been. It's been there for forever. And I'm not even counting this separately, but we have our Catalyst board games booth right there. We're near our partner Wishes. The whole party's there, as always. We've got the whole Catalyst corner that we love.
Author signings.
We've got a schedule coming out that we'll be able to blast out for next week. We're going to do hopefully some artist reviews and things. I know that was another thing that I think was off, but we've got some of our art directors coming, and you can always catch up with one of them. That is very cool.
Marco's going to be there.
Marco is going to be there, and he's got a great eye, so it's really exciting there.
Cool.
We're also going to be working with some of our other partners, hopefully. We've got some other games coming out with some partners. So we'll be doing our demo agents will be helping at some other booths. That'll be coming out more. We're still finalizing which ones, where we can be with some of those things. As you said, we've got that super cool new streaming booth that's going to be right. I think it's right outside Exhibit Hall D. H. Well, if the entire thing's an H, we're right in the middle, right there by the
Cool.
food court. So that is cool. But we're going to be able to show off with our celebrities and everything else. That'll be lovely. And then, of course, our demo areas. We have the BattleTech Leviathans area. Virtual World Entertainment will be back with the BattleTech Pod, so you can get
Yay!
all your BattleTechy goodness. We love that. And
I've
of
still
course,
never done those.
we need to get you in this year. It is actually a surprise. It really holds up pretty well. Even with years of now that we've got MechWarrior 5 and we've got all these cute, cool things, still nothing like the rush of getting in there and being in the cockpit. And then, of course, we've got our RPG room. We've got Shadowrun there. We've got a ton of new RPGs, some of which we will see there, and some RPG-related games. We have got a huge footprint. I think going down my list right there, we're currently up to 465 events, over 100 agents. And we're still adding some more. One of the things I'd love to do with you and your team, Rem, is I've got an updated list of what still has some spaces. And because some of our teams are absolutely out of their minds, I'm looking at you, Painting Division, we're still putting more things out there right now. If you've not come out for a painting class, I would love to give them a shout out all the time. We've got extra agents coming in at the last minute to help out until you've seen the first young child paint their urban mech in pink and big flowers. You've missed out in your life. So we love having all ages there. We love having that excitement, and this is going to be a huge year for us and a huge year for Gen Con.
Cool. Now, two of the events that I get excited about is the Masters and Minions and the Shadowrun Legends. Can you tell us a little bit more about those for those who haven't gotten to participate in that before?
I can, because both of those are our two of our big premier events. BattleTech Masters and Minions gets a lot of hype all the time right there, because it's your opportunity to sit down and play against the notables of BattleTech. You get to be there with Lauren Coleman, Talon Coleman, Randall, Bryn, Michael Stackpole, Jordan Weissman. Every era of BattleTech is involved right there. And this is your opportunity to meet some of these people, to have these conversations, not just throw some dice in either a competitive or a cooperative way. So we're not here to win. We're fine right there. But we've got some competitive players. Don't sit down against Randall unless you want to get beat. That's always important. But this is a great opportunity to talk the industry, to talk about where they came from. It is a one-on-one experience that cannot be beat. And this year, we're doing something brand new. Every year previous to now, we were doing Masters and Minions, the Total Warfare Edition, or Classic BattleTech in previous years right there. We are now doing both at the same time, Masters and Minions, and we've got a few tables of Alpha Strike Masters and Minions this year. So if you're looking for a faster experience, if you're looking for more mechs on the table, this is a wonderful place to jump in, because we have realized in the last few years, well, some of our hardcore gamers, some people, they came in on Alpha Strike, one of our best sellers now. They want to have that same competitive opportunity, and we want to give it to them. So we're really excited.
Saturday night, right?
This is Saturday night, you betcha.
And so Shadowrun Legends is, how does that work?
That's more of the last time I want to make sure it's the 2-day event right there. You get to start, I believe it's on Thursday night right now, and you get to run 2 days worth of scenarios. It's in our Shadowrun room. We dim the atmosphere right there, and you're working with some of those, again, the notables of the Shadowrun room. Jason Hardy's there, RJ Thomas. We've got some of the developers of Shadowrun. So you're seeing new and interesting aspects. Not only is it an amazing run that has an effect on the galaxy as a whole right there, or the world as a whole, but it's also your opportunity to start seeing new bits and pieces of things. Sometimes they throw in some aspects of stuff that they're playing around with. Sometimes it's just you get guest RPG leads who are going to be able to tell you parts of the story and sneak in little bits and pieces that you won't see for another source book or two. It is an amazing amazing experience for our RPG teams. And we're looking forward, we've really enjoyed highlighting it last year. And this is the big year for us to start playing around with some new stuff, because we're really excited to put even more focus on Shadowrun and some of our organized play goals, and to remind everyone that we've got some really cool stuff out there, plus Shadowrun missions. So if you're looking for events and things to play in between, see if sometimes it's hard to find an RPG group in your area, absolutely, we've got the answer for that. So we're happy to help.
Awesome. And then one more thing, if you're not busy enough on Saturday night by choosing between Battletech, Masters and Minions, the Alpha Strike Masters and Minions, and Shadowrun Legends, I'll be GMing exclusive episode of World of Shadows with the Six Sides of Gaming folks during that time. So unfortunately, the timing did not work out to be able to participate in the others. So
but it's a stream. We'll be able to all catch up. That's the important thing.
Yeah,
we want to make sure we follow you.
If everyone's like super tired and you're like, okay, I need a break from all this gaming, you can come watch me and some powerhouses game. So, and I think we're probably going to do Anarchy for it, Anarchy 2.0 for the one shot. So,
and we can have some fun with that. Randall's taking forever on his turn. Let's switch over to the stream and watch that for a few minutes. That's good. We got this.
That'd be fun. Okay, cool. So we talked about the Battletech pods. We talked about Masters and Minions. We talked about Shadowrun Legends. You talked about painting, and how has that expanded? I feel like I'm hearing more about painting this year than I have previous.
Well, a couple of years ago, our painting department lead, Amy Ciaravella, she of the very famous last name, apparently, started doing some little painting classes, because she'd been going to all the Gen Con painting classes. It's something she loves to do. She paints some of our minis, and she really wanted to be more accessible. She'd gone to all these conventions, and one of the things she saw was there are paint and takes, which are super cool, and that's the structure of all of our games, are paint and take. You come down, you don't need to bring anything, we've got everything for you. A couple of years ago, Catalyst really invested in all the stuff you would need, and that was a really impressive start, and it was wonderful for us. But now's the opportunity we don't just do paint and takes, we do painting classes. We've got 1 to 2 experienced teachers walking around. Some of them are volunteers from our partnership with Camo Specs Online, who are some of the premier painters of Battletech out there, and they'll work with you and talk with you. You can have some of these greats and these notables you've seen their work in every one of our source books here and in every one of our dioramas. They're willing to walk around and sit down with you. Augustine, one of my favorites right there, will sit down and we'll figure out exactly how to get that cockpit perfect for you, and we'll teach you how to do it, not do it for you. It's wonderful. It's also really, really expanded. We went from 3 tables to over 15, and I think we're going to be even bigger this year. This is running nearly constantly from the beginning of the convention straight through to Sunday.
Wow.
And it's also a really wonderful family event. We've sold out already, but we always manage to sneak a few in, and we've got Mike Stackpole and Brian Young jumping in to paint. I don't usually have the time to, but I try to do that when I can. But also to be able to see family. So once again, we're seeing such a renaissance, not just the Battletech and the Shadowrun renaissance, but we're seeing families come together. We see parents go, I played Battletech in 1980. I can now, hey kids, look at this. And the demographic is just exploding out there. We are seeing more and more kids getting into the game. We're finding more people wanting to start painting. And it's a great family activity. It's one of the most exciting things from a demo team perspective, and to hear back, we get a lot of fans sending us pictures of, this was my daughter's first mech. It looks just like her plushie mech right now. That's really so great, and it's a beautiful opportunity for families to get closer together, and we're honored to be a part of that. So
are there going to be opportunities for painting not only the many classic Battletech minis, but the new Gothic minis?
Oh, absolutely. We will have Gothic, right? We will have Gothic there. We probably won't have any at the paint and take area just because of timing, and we had to fly a whole bunch of Gothic in so people can buy
Fair.
it. But a few things may sneak in. Not to mention, I'm looking very much forward. I know we've been talking about some really fun Shadowrun stuff coming, games like Takedown and things with minis and coolness. We can't wait to expand out there as well. It's a beautiful opportunity for us really to play with all of our lines. And I don't want to jump on anybody's thunder, but we know we're going to be talking. We talked at Adepticon. If you watched our streams at Adepticon, you know there's some other fun mini stuff coming down the road. And we've got some really intense people looking to put some really cool minis on the board. So if you enjoy painting, or if you just like a nice mini on your desk like I do, now's the opportunity.
I've got my Thember show wormling who wants uppies because he's really cute. My BattleTech ones are up there, but
I joke with Cohen Cambrai and a few of his. He did some minis on for Grey Watch Protocol and everything else, and I messaged him on Facebook and said, "I need some. I have one." So
awesome. All right, so what else is let's talk RPGs for a second. So what demos are going to be available for our RPG division?
That one's a little tough to confirm. We know there will be Shadowrun. We have not officially put out any Shadowrun Anarchy events. They were there. We did need to pull them just because we were not sure what was going to be there. The Anarchy team is doing the Anarchy 2.0 team is doing an amazing job with it, but with everything with shipping and various other things, we didn't want to overpromise and underdeliver, especially with already such a massive footprint.
Sure.
I'm hoping that Frostpunk RPG will be there to do some more demos. We did some last year as well. Voltron, that was a huge fan. All of our wonderful Dice Core stuff is nice and exciting. There probably are going to be another one or two. That is the hope, seriously. I just, once again, under-promise, over-deliver as best we can. But keep your eyes out. We've got agents prepared for a whole bunch of things that we are hoping will be right in front of you. And we always recommend hit that event hall in the first few days and keep watching Tuesday Newsday. We're really ahead of the game this year, so we can hopefully put up these announcements exactly like some of these links where, hey, these events still have tickets right now. We want to sell out for you. We added a few extra events, such as our wonderful Alpha Strike 350 tournaments. We're doing it in a new and expanded format this year, which gives us a ton of a different of opportunities for people to dive in and play for the first time. It's exciting.
Awesome. All right, so Shadowrun Sixth World will be demoed there. And then what are our BattleTech events other than Masters and Minions that will be and painting that people can play on?
Oh, yes. Well, starting on the RPG end of BattleTech, we will have MechWarrior Destiny. And I believe a little bit of Time of War. I love if you can get a little time in there. It's a different feel to BattleTech to play it the full RPG version. But I definitely recommend it. Not to mention MechWarrior Destiny, the rules light version. It makes for a nice, quick story. We're going to have that running all straight through in the Shadowrun room. We call it the Shadowrun room. It's the RPG room, but it's been the Shadowrun room forever. So that's where I go. But also in our BattleTech area, as we said, we are going to have pods rolling all night right there. Masters and Minions, as you said. We're going to have grinder tables. You can get games in all day long with grinder tables. Blow somebody up, then jump into a new mech, get a stamp, and get an even bigger and meaner mech. It's a lot of fun. We also, Gen Con, as we know, is a big time for our tournaments. We will do the BattleTech Open, the hardest tournament that we run right there, where you don't pick your ride, we pick your ride. And we have you go up against other pairings, and that's one of the most esteemed events we do. Of course, the Grand Melee, which leads to the other big event every year, the Trial of Bloodright. I want to say Birthright, but that's my book. That's a different thing. But no, and to potentially earn your blood name, it is one of the most esteemed aspects, and the Gen Con blood name is always very impressive. I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to admit that right now because I'm probably going to be wrong. I see all the options, and then Ray agrees, and I don't remember what it is. So hopefully I'll let you slip that into next week's Tuesday Newsday when I know for sure. But
Cool.
it is really exciting, and it's great. And once again, we've got Leviathans there. We're going to have some other demos. We will have BattleTech Gothic to show off and play around with. And the thought process is we're even going to have some BattleTech Aces. I don't know if people will be able to actually play it, but we will have a few demo versions on the table. That's just one of those questions of how fast does the plane fly? So how much and what we will get there. I do not think, I am 100% certain we're not going to have BattleTech Aces there for sale.
No, we're not.
But just getting our hands on it, once again, we're set there. The first of the 4 box sets, we're set. So
awesome. Okay, great.
Exciting.
So gosh, that was Leviathans, that was BattleTech, that was Shadowrun, that was RPGs. What about board games?
Board games, all that's going to be in the exhibit hall right there. Once again, there's a few of them we can't talk about because they're with our partners, but we are going to have Flippin' Ninjas, which was huge at Origins.
Oh, good.
So much fun. I played so many games of that at Origins because I wanted to, not even because I had a demo. I don't have to demo anymore, but it was so much fun. It's really enjoyable. Seasons of Arcadia, Parachute Panda, one of our favorite games right there. Always hits me right in the heart. Quincy is going to be there. I think we mentioned a little earlier, so he's got some fun stuff to show off. I'm not going to blow anything right there, but we're going to I'm trying to think what else we'll have there board game wise. We talked Seasons Arcadia, Flippin' Ninjas, Parachute Panda.
The Duke Challenge.
The Duke Challenge. Yes. Lauren Coleman has decided to once again challenge all comers to one of the finest games that Catalyst has been able to put out right there, the Duke. So please, one and all, anyone who is interested in challenging him, I believe it is going to be at some point on Sunday. We will put that on Tuesday Newsday once we finalize the schedule. He's probably going to do two, at least one, if not 2 versions. Last year, he played, I believe, 8 different competitors at the same time because it is such a quick game. It was like watching one of those grand old chess matches where the master plays all comers, and it was very, very fun. We also may do a smaller tournament round. So if you've ever played the Duke before and you're interested in having an amazing time, please think about coming right down. It will be fun. It was a lot of fun to watch last year, and anyone who beats Lauren gets a standing ovation and potentially a car. So
it does make you feel real good. Like I played him Flippin' Ninja at Gamma. I was sitting at the demo table and he just quietly sits down across from me and starts, plays the first piece without even saying a word. And kicking his ass felt real good.
That's one of the best things in the world. One of the things you need to remember, for all I joke, he is a gamer first and foremost.
Yeah.
There's always something. He, Randall, Mike Ritchie, some of the notables of our division right there, really, they are gamers first and foremost. Brent Evans, our dear former art director right there. You sit down with any of these wonderful people and play a game, and you will come out the better for it. It is just, they are the heart and soul of games sometimes. And whatever you see in the world, being able to sit down with good people and play games is really impressive.
They make it fun, for sure.
They do.
Awesome. All right. So I think we've talked through all of our divisions that Demo Team touches on. Is there anything else new or anything else to share, Michael, about Gen Con?
For Gen Con, no. We've got a few early things I want to pop out before Gen Con to get people good and excited. But just more about the Demo Team and things and some fun stuff when you're ready for us.
Take it away.
Sounds good. So once again, we've been getting a lot of questions lately, and thank you, Rem, for sparing a little time about what's going on with the Demo Team. We're seeing a lot of exciting things. We're seeing grinder kits rolling out to agents, which is very exciting right there. I'm going to try to get some sets out to some of our agents who are at Gen Con, which is really nice, so people can go back to their stores and I left my grinder kit in the other room. That's terrible. If you haven't seen the big box right there, 36 mechs painted, ready to go, everything you need to run demos at your local friendly local game store. It is really exciting. And that leads us all into the infrastructure that we've been building for over a year now to try to expand out what Catalyst Demo Teams is doing. Now remember, Catalyst Game Labs is the company. Catalyst Demo Team is the independent affiliated demo agents, one of the largest demo teams in the world right there, supporting with nearly 5,000 agents various events all throughout the world in nearly every country and continent. I still haven't been able to track down the agent in Antarctica, but I'm fairly sure I've seen him post on Facebook. So no, I'm not committing to that one, but yeah, we've seen it at one point. But we've been working for a while to be able to bring back our big events. Battletech for many years, Battletech Mech Warrior was defined by the massive events and the prize support and the events throughout different eras and different companies. And we've been trying to do our best over these last few years. We really do highlight things at the convention level, but how do we go beyond that? How do we get people back into the stores, especially post-COVID? Or more importantly, how do we get you sitting down around your kitchen table with your family, with your friends, or around their picnic table if it's 100 degrees out like it is right now? And we've been working with some great partners. Anyone who's at Origins saw we were working with XP Network, a wonderful new community group that is a company that is working to help run our events through their computer system. So you can log in, get tickets, get rules, log your information and your victories for later collation, so we can do some fun stuff right there. And they're still very much in the early phases, but it's been a wonderful partnership so far. We're really excited. They are also a huge help for us in helping to secure our systems. As anyone can tell you who works in a gaming organized play capacity right now, 10 years ago, you could have done an open website where, oh, where's your newest, dearest agent? And it'll pop up the agent's name, address, favorite color, social security number, all the stuff you do not want going out to the world right there. It was a great way to find people to play with. It was incredibly not what we were looking for right now. So we've had to start working with some partners about, hey, how can we do this? And some of you may know, I actually had us take down the demo team website for a little bit. We've got all the rule websites and everything up, but anything that had any personal information from it, we pulled, made sure it was scrubbed, because we want to make sure our team members are safe. We want to make sure our fans are safe. Whatever other companies may have done in the past, that's a different story, but we want to make sure we're doing well. Now that we can work with some of these partners to make sure that everything is safe and secured, because these are the safety and security companies we're working with, it is really exciting. We want to make sure that Battletech is for everyone, but also make sure that everyone can get to it in a convenient and accessible way that is safe, comforting, and does not bring in anything else but the joy of, hey, I want to play this game. Further in that breakdown right there, we've had to build up our staff. And once again, I mean the volunteer staff and those who kind of fall in the middle. I've started recruiting, as of Origins, some staff agents. They are some specialists that we are working with to make sure that they can help us run our games. Because once again, you can have 100 agents there, but who's making sure that the trains are running on time? That's usually me or you or Catalyst staff. And with all the stuff we're selling and all the stuff we're doing, it started to move beyond that. So we've got some specially contracted agents who are helping us keep the trains running on time, which is really exciting. I know some of them work with you, Rem, who just make sure that everything works on the background. I'm not going to name them all right here, but all my love to all of you. Thank you for all you do, as always. Appreciate you. And that is exciting. We also have what I keep calling the La Mancha division, both for the really good book and for the freelancers that work for us. We have a lot of demo agents who went on to write for Battletech or Shadowrun, who became freelancers, or heavens, came to work for the company itself. They always fall into kind of a different category, because once you've written a book that or put something out to the world right there, it's kind of a different story than if you were just rolling dice at the table with some of your friends. So sometimes they're required to be under heavier contract, or just not scream out things at random, which is always fun. So legitimately, we work together with them, and we've really been able to build up that team, and that also allows us to give the opportunity for others to come play in the sandbox too. If you ever wanted to design a game, if you ever wanted to design a mech, it doesn't happen with a flip of the switch, but keep volunteering, keep helping, and take these opportunities to meet with people who know the world right here, and we can do wonderful things. Do we still have a couple of minutes? I got a few more fun things.
Yeah,
Cool,
we've got up to 10 more minutes before Q&A has to start.
Awesome, cool. Then I can jump into that, because I really want to hit some of our events that are coming up.
Sure.
While we were talking about the infrastructure, we've got the return of the worldwide events. We've had two in the can for literally a year now. We were just waiting for the computer system to catch up. Still can't promise when it's going to be out, but we're working hard on that one. It's important to us, though, to do it correct. Some people remember an event many years ago where the event was designed, but the mech that was involved in it didn't even exist yet on the printed version right there. So we're trying to avoid things like that. And luckily, we still have some of our wonderful partners and friends and demo agents still working towards these great things. Alex Campen and our Chicago division came up with a fun little special event last year. I give them the best. It was fun and enjoyable right there. It's not one of our new big canon events, because we are now, for the worldwide events and a few other things that come down, working directly with the BattleTech designers to give you some fun canon responses to this, which we've never had the ability to do previously, but we've got some great stuff out there. And once again, any chance to roll dice is wonderful there. So, but if you're looking for the big canon events and you're looking for what we've got, our newest one has actually been designed by some of the writers of Hotspots Hinterlands and some of our senior agents. It is super exciting. I've already had the chance to play test it, and I'm looking forward to having even more fun. So keep watching. We also have, we talked a little bit about Shadowrun missions, which is once again our opportunity for people to play at home and online for Shadowrun right there. It is finally done after several years. It's not ready to go out yet, but we are BattleTech Contracts, our newest opportunity for people to play various diverging storylines of BattleTech in an organized play format. Has finished initial development and is now going to the next level right there. So we're going to be showing off one of our first missions at Gen Con. It's going to be you'll be able to see it there first and play it, which will be nice and exciting, and we'll hopefully be able to announce even more at that time the exact format and what's rolling out. So once again, we're trying to reach back out there, not just for our regular lines, but for new lines as well. So we've got our worldwide events, BattleTech contracts, Shadowrun missions, something fun in the pipeline for Leviathans, and other good things right there. So once again, organized play is important to us, and we want all of our lines to be for everyone, and so we can put those out to the rest of the world. Which sides me perfectly into our prize support and Firebase system. I get 12 emails a day about, hey, I'm running blankety blank con. Can I get prize support? Or I've got this store in the outskirts of New York who really wants to be doing more with BattleTech. How can we do that? We put them together with agents, but we're also trying to reinvigorate what we had in the past, our Firebase program, which allowed us to have certain stores who regularly have an agent attached or have the support structure already in place, or one that we can develop so that they can show off our products, so we can get them grinder kits, so we can have them running events all of the time. And as we continue to expand our organized play options, get them out the prize support. We did reduce down our prize support except to the major conventions around the time of COVID, just because we didn't want to be sending out packages of anything at that point for a multitude of reasons, but we're really, really excited to be able to do that. And that brings me to the big whopper at the end right there, and we're going to talk about this a lot more at Adepticon, but we couldn't do... Gen Con. Yeah, no, we'll do it sooner than that. This is sooner than Adepticon. That's great, because we did talk about it a little bit at Adepticon, our affiliate programs. once again,
What's that?
Catalyst.
What's that?
What's that? No, we've always, since Catalyst Demo Teams is affiliated with CGL, but we do our own thing. We've always had some good partnerships with other groups that do wonderful thing with BattleTech. We talked about them a few already. Camo Specs Online, who paints such amazing minis right there. Virtual World Entertainment that do the pods. Many others, and that is great. We've never really had an official way to thank them for what they're doing, because once again, we're all just independents doing great stuff, and we don't want there to be any obligations or any worries with anything else. However, certain groups have been going above and beyond and stepping out to help us a few areas where we just needed a larger infrastructure to do what we needed to do. Two of those groups are WolfNet, which runs the WolfNet podcast, and Fox Network out of Canada, who do their own podcast as well. Not only are they podcasters, not only are they devoted fans, and very importantly, agents and CDT members right there, they were wearing the dual hats of, they were an agent, but they were also WolfNet or Fox Network or an affiliate at that point. But we weren't able to do much more for them, even though they were doing quite a bit for us. Once again, WolfNet, Alpha Strike 350 is one of our biggest, most popular events at all of our big conventions. We're easily selling out 100 seats. We've actually boosted what we're doing, where we had to actually do various heats at Gen Con just to accommodate the sheer amount of things that we're doing right there. And it's really impressive. We're still starting to sell out for many of those heats, and we've got a lot more. We're adding more seats as we can to make sure people are good and excited. But when Alpha Strike came out, we only had very limited scenarios available for it right there. We were doing the BattleTech Championship circuit. That was wonderful. But these expert gamers really went out and developed something great. And we have they have kindly come to work with us right there on making it one of our official events, and making the Alpha Strike 350 tournament rules one of the best things that we have out here right now. It's really exciting. It also gives us the opportunity to support them, give them actual prize support to give out to these players, to show them off on wonderful options like here on Tuesday Newsday, giving them the boost that they need, and to let them know when they're doing other things like their convention KSAG, which is they do a specialty little event for their people locally, and which is a wonderful thing, and hopefully we'll be able to blast out more. But once again, thanking them for all they do. Aaron Kroll, Andrew Kroll, Charles Gideon, Matthew Behrens, Thomas Kruger, and all the WolfNet people, who I never remember everybody, but I love you. Thank you for wearing your patch. Thank you for wearing our green and all you do. Which goes right into Fox Network, who, through our partnerships with our lovely friends over at Linvander and a few other groups right there, have been instrumental in helping develop and put out BattleTech Aces, one of those new items that we are super excited to work with. Jesse K, Henny Henderson, Scott Albert, Austin Ramsey, Joe Becker, Paul Clarkson, working already to put these games on the tables for a lot of people so that we can play, so we can do demos, play them out, and start showing people this wonderful game, which, once again, with shipping being what it is right now, I'm hoping to see it soon on tables, but we really wanted to keep people excited because this is something that's been out, we've been talking about since the last Kickstarter, and we have, while it's been making some huge strides, we're looking forward to getting it out to people. So but these are the things that are so important. It's the opportunity to work with our fans, the opportunity to work with the demo agents and the people who've put in so much time and effort and passion to do this. We want to do this for everyone. And once again, this is not the end of the affiliate program. This is just some of the groups who've really come out there and done so much for us and really helped out. And we want to do this more. This is also a very important safety measure for us because, Rem, you've got to deal with it all the time, too. One of the hardest parts of your job, I know right there, is we've got a lot of people who want to do BattleTech their way or Shadowrun their way, which is fine. If you want to do homebrew rules at home, that is absolutely fair, or with your group. Once again, these games are for everyone. But at that same point, we also must be respectful for our licensee. We need to make sure that we are following rules right there in regards to things that we can do and what we can support. We know that there's always sometimes people who are doing things that do not go in exactly the way that we need to for our responsibilities to the line. We want to support those groups who have followed the rules and who have really worked with us to do some wonderful things. We want everyone to play the games as they can. We want there to be no barriers to your enjoyment of our lines, Battletech, Shadowrun, Leviathans, anything. We are here for you, and we want you to do what we always want to do, play and enjoy games. At that same point, too, we want to support the conventions and groups and fire bases that are really following our rules, and be able to support them more and reward them as best we can. Did I come on time? Looks like we hit time. Did I do well?
Wow. It's like you were scripted.
Almost. I had notes, but I wasn't scripted. I did good.
Awesome. All right.
Awesome.
Well,
Questions?
thank you for all of that. Yeah, we're going to switch over to Q&A. So if you have any questions, make sure you tag, I think Dave is our moderator in chat today.
Dave!
So first question is from Florian. Question for Mike, of course, the usual. What books are you working on next, and when will the Snow Ravens book be out?
Treachery of Ravens was supposed to go to John Helfers tomorrow, but then we realized it's Gen Con season, so we are hoping that the newest draft will be in John's hands next week when I get first to the convention. And even though John will never tell you this, traditionally getting a draft back to him at Gen Con is great because we've got him and Ray and everybody there, so a lot can get discussed and shaken out. Nobody is going to have read the book, so I can tell them what's in it and not always tell the truth, but at that same point some great ideas are in there, so who knows how quickly it'll be published. But no, I would keep your eyes open in the next couple of months. I'm hoping for a before December release, but we will see.
What's the best source to learn more about all these demo team events that are coming up? CGL blog, forums, socials, somewhere else?
Yes is the simple answer. Once again, we're trying to work now more with Tuesday Newsday and the CGL socials to really blast this stuff out. Rem's got a great team who puts out things. You did a fantastic job at Adepticon, seeing what's on the schedule and doing all these wonderful things. But we're also looking to have our own website, the CDT website, that's got more accessible items on it, up in the next couple of months. It's just going to depend on our partners and how quick that goes, but we do have that meeting scheduled for this week, so looking forward to
it. Dave has a question for me. Are we doing Tuesday Newsday live from the Gen Con floor on Tuesday of Gen Con week? Do I need to bring my laptop? I would like to do Tuesday Newsday from Gen Con, but I need to figure out if my tech who is going to be there is going to be busy working for a different company. And their availability, and then do we have moderators that are available and such. So I'd like to do something, even if I have to do a very informal one from my phone or something like that. We'll see what I can figure out, but I know also Wi-Fi signal is not ideal there either, so not 100% sure yet. I would like to, but TBD. Kickstarters. From Discord for Mercs, would love to know plan and timeline for fixes and refunds for missing items. If you have emailed, so now that Wave 4 is, a backer update just went out like an hour ago-ish. If you have a missing or damaged item, your best bet right now is email store@catalystgamelabs.com so we can get onto the master sheet. And then as soon as now that all the shipping to the different warehouses is done, we'll be going through any of the remaining shortages and stuff like that. So you should have communication shortly if you've already sent it in an email. If not, please do, so that we can get that figured out for you. Any word on the outstanding fiction from the Mercs Kickstarter? Den of Wolves. Oh, Den of Wolves was Clan Invasion. Yep. So clan invasion. We still harass Lauren about it. He's supposedly very close to done and handing over his part to Mike Stackpole. I have no excuse for Den of Wolves.
I'm jumping in on this one, Rem. I want
all
to.
Right, go ahead.
For the record, 3 Kerensky cons ago, when we were still in Seattle, I read the first few chapters. I saw it. It does exist. There is at least half a book there. I know they're working hard, but I read it. It was brilliant. I love it. It may not be still the same at this point. It was on nearly notebook paper at that point. But no, it does exist, folks. It's coming. It's coming out there. But let's keep reminding Lauren. Always makes me smile.
Tales of the Bounty Hunter, I'll need to follow up on. I'm actually going to put a note in my chat to make sure that we don't drop that one.
That's all in. Yeah, that's all in editing right now. All the stories are in. That one I do know. Yeah.
Good.
So
I like I said, I've been in and out for a few weeks, so I don't I don't know what's going on.
One of the stories was mine, which is the only reason I know it. So.
Any update on Leviathan shipping for I like someone said Australasia, UK and
Mars.
EU.
Yeah, no, I'm quite supportive.
So I have to put myself back in Monday's meeting mode. So Leviathans, we are still waiting on the final contract from Australia. Asia, there aren't enough backers to merit going to a hub there, so we're going to ship direct. UK and EU has one warehouse that is contracted in Holland that is going to do both UK and EU. And we are working on all the I don't understand international shipping, but apparently some kind of policy has changed and we need extra new paperwork that we're all trying to figure out the format of now. So like that whole paperwork stuff is in process to make sure that the stuff ships and doesn't get held up at customs or anything. And then we'll be looking at fulfillment from there. So, but US, Canada, and rest of world has been or is being charged shipping today. I know it was supposed to be Friday, but confusion with Backer Kit apparently. So it is getting charged today, and then we're hoping that the export and the formatting of the export is easy enough that we can get that to platforms by the end of the week. And then it's just, I know that they have shipments that are going to Gen Con and stuff as well. So we'll see when that begins. I don't know when shipping will officially start on their end, but our hope is to have everything turned over for US, Canada, and rest of world by the end of the week. From the Battletech forum, are there plans for plastic map scale Leopard and Leopard CV class dropships? I don't know. Do you know, Michael, or is that a Ray question?
We talked about it. I seem to remember Ray has said that it's on the docket. I don't know where it's sitting on the docket right there. But we had great success with the other drop ships that we've already put out right there. They've been really fast sellers. So I'm not quite sure where we are in the pattern, but I'm fairly sure that Ray has said that they were looking at additional drop ships, and legitimately the Leopards are a natural answer to that, because we also did them in the metal a while back.
I sent that question to Ray, so if he gets back to me while we're on the call, cool, but not sure. Also from the forum, do we have an estimated release date for Aces Scouring Sands? We're looking at the end of this year. So far I've heard November or December, but it also depends on tariffs and shipping and all of that good stuff. So we are hoping by the end of the year, but that is tentative.
Very true.
Any word on the Wars of Reaving novels? Do you know anything, Michael?
They are also in editing, I believe, at all these points. I believe all of them are in right now. I believe they are also in editing. It's just, I believe that we're looking at those for a 2026 release. Late 2025, cool. Late 2026. John did talk about that one during Adepticon, so I feel comfortable saying that one.
From the Battletech forum, any word on the Brush Wars PDF series? Do you know anything about that?
Ooh, the deep cut. Haven't heard that one in a while. Ray has been was talking about that one a little while back. I don't have I don't believe there's been an updated timeline on that.
I sent that one to him too.
Excellent. Ray's not watching my time on here. Come on, man. In your copious amounts of free time. Love you, buddy.
Yes. We require all of our employees to watch Tuesday Newsday. I'm hearing from several retailers that there are a lot of delays on various BattleTech things, whether force packs, maps, mats, etc. So just an overall update on what the next couple months look like realistically, including delays, would be helpful. Unfortunately, so first of all, the state of the world. Like there's been things that we wanted to get to print early this year that couldn't happen because of manufacturing and tariffs and shipping and stuff like that. So like things did get delayed, and things could get delayed in the future depending on the state of the world. Additionally, if you haven't seen the industry news that we're all very, very caught up on right now, is there's been Diamond and Alliance, the distributors, there's been some pretty big shakeups with that, and they're some of our main distributors. So if they're ordering, well, everyone's ordering from distro right now, then that's an issue with the distributor. But in terms of, we are still working on launching a direct retail program this year. I'm a little behind on that just because, again, the stuff that's kept me out of office in the past couple of months, but we should be getting that going still this year. So I don't have any firmer answers than that. It depends on a lot of moving parts, unfortunately, and this has been a rough year for distribution, for shipping, and on. What is CGL bringing to Gen Con? What can we expect? I did answer a lot of that earlier on. So for BattleTech, since you give Aces and Gothic will be there. Aces will not be there for sale, but maybe for demos. And then the third Star League battle group and emplacements will be there as well. And sometimes little surprises show up that I'm unaware of. So stay tuned on that. Chris, sorry, I was reading the question. Chris Merwin said, any word on anything going on with the celeb? Oh, you answered live. So thanks for that one. Any word on the comic? I did see that one scroll by earlier, so I did message John, and he said that script is complete. Eldon will be starting work soon is the update I've gotten on that. So the scripting is done. Turbo Turtle BattleTech patches and pins in the Catalyst store win. So I was trying to work on that. It did get stalled because it changed warehouses, and that warehouse doesn't yet have store capacity. It's kind of, they're in transit because of all of the mercenary stuff and things like that. So I don't have a good timeline on the patches and pins yet. I'm trying to rush a little bit because I know we only have 2 minutes left. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions still. See what happens when I'm not on for a month?
That happens.
Recon asks, hey Recon, will we get an updated TTS module for Leviathans at some point? I'm not sure. I would have to run that one by Bryn. And then please, Rob Bob, with today being the day Leviathan's shipping is charged, when might we see the orders start heading out? Again, I doubt it's going to be before Gen Con, because Platforms is sending things out for Gen Con, which is going to be a big priority for them. And now that we're just getting them that order form, hopefully by the end of this week, but it should be within the next couple weeks, is as far as I know. And then late questions. What about the parts of the current CDT agent op guide that say an agent can't make money from their activities? How does that interface with these new partner groups?
The new part, it's an excellent question. The new partner groups are not getting paid for these duties right there. And all of the agents who actually work as freelancers, that's why we do this separation of things right there. They are freelancers and they can also be demo agents, but that we need to make sure that they are following the various rules between the two. If you write a book like I do, I am in my capacity as author and paid author for things. I do A, B, and C, but that has nothing to do with my role with the demo team or any demos that I do. No, we are a volunteer organization. No one is getting paid for their demo team aspect of things. In that particular, some people wear multiple hats because that's the requirement. I am, once again, the Catalyst demo team events manager, Catalyst Game Labs event manager as a CGL employee. I also, as a volunteer, run a lot of the demo team items. So sometimes same body, different hats.
Phil Abramowitz asks, what does that mean for those of us who want to run our own WolfNet events locally? Will there be a guide?
Yes, we've already, I don't know if it's already up on the website or whether that was a casualty of things, but we are, in our partnership with WolfNet, we have been updating the guide. It also has the nice fancy Catalyst demo team logo at the bottom, the most recent version that I've saw. So yes, they are going to be putting out the most recent versions because they are consistently updating it and making it work so everybody's got that same basis to run off of, and so people can make it even more accessible to play locally.
Chris Merwin asks, when is Star Colonel Rouse going to make another appearance, and what mech does he drive?
Oh, good question. I don't even know. That's a good one. I'm going to poke anything that we were talking Nova Cats or anything else we need to poke Randall about on a regular basis for fun reasons. But no, I loved writing the Star Colonel, and I've been getting a lot of questions about what was on that piece of paper in his hand. Ask me at Gen Con. Maybe I'll even tell you. Who knows?
Space Fork asks, is CGL direct distribution to game stores live? Nope. I just mentioned this. Estimated date on when that will be. I don't have an estimated date yet, except that I can still get it done this year. So this year, Leventa 24, Mech Commander's Handbook on the way soon. I'd have to check with Talon on that one.
That's actually a Ray question right there. I don't think it's that. Yeah.
All right.
I know it is high on his list, but I don't think it's at that space yet.
Here's another one that we did forget to leave off. TRO 3020 commemorative edition will be at Gen Con. So that is one that I left off. I didn't leave it off the list. Randall left it off the list when I asked earlier today. Blaming him.
Which is really funny because it's the only thing that's actually was already in the country before everything else we needed to get in. That was the only thing that was absolutely going to be here.
That's been covered. He's not worried about it, which means he forgets about it.
Well, Rem, did we tell everybody the story about at Origins and the other Star League box?
No.
Bryn had ordered the Star League, the most recent Star League box, not the one that's coming out right now, but the most recent one. But since he's had his copy for nearly 4 months right now, he didn't know it was the new hotness, and so just ordered the regular amount, and we blasted on that one on Wednesday. We had a lot of jokes. Even I didn't get one, to be fair.
Our team is special.
He's used to it.
The Karita Force packs, I believe those are delayed. I don't think those are coming out.
Not delayed. Yet. They just won't be here for the next convention.
Yeah, but I know Streets were originally like summer, and that's just not the case anymore. Will Gothic be released on August 15th, as many distributors are currently announcing? I believe that's still the street date.
Sounds right to me.
I need to verify that like the ship is gonna be done by then, but as long as will have arrived by then, but assuming the ship is on time or things shipped out when they were supposed to, that should still be the date.
Yeah.
So I'll have to verify that with that one with Talon. I'm going to send it to him so I don't forget.
I'm fairly sure Talon said that all the ships are on their way. Those were not a problem at that point. They're chugging along. We just wanted to make sure we had our Gen Con stuff separately as well.
Yeah. Dirk asks, is Europe also included in CDT's support plans for shops? So step one is, I mentioned how the Levs contracts for Australia is still in process, but for EU UK that they're going, like this is step one to that. So fulfillment is first, and then as we continue to build on these contracts and partnerships, that is our goal.
I think you read that question wrong, Rem. Did you see CGL or CDT?
Oh, CDT.
CDT, yes. No,
I don't know who I work for. I'm
I
tired.
wasn't sure who I don't know who I work for either. It works fine. But no,
I didn't take my Adderall today. It's
no, but CDT definitely, our European partners are already there. One of the reasons we were talking about affiliate programs and things, once again, these are all partnerships, but just us working with like-minded groups, all following the same sort of rules and regulations that we need to due to our licensors. This is the key for us to reaching out to the UK, which we've already done, several of the other countries. This is the first step to start getting grinder kits out there, which hopefully will be on their way in the next couple of days, and so we can start supporting our friendly local game stores and conventions outside of the US, which was a challenge even before we ran down this road. But no, that's part of the step. That's why we're doing these affiliations. We want to work together and we want to partner with each other in a non-restrictive way to make sure we can get stuff out to people.
Yeah. Well, we have gone 5 minutes over, so I am going to have to wrap there. We'll hopefully get some more questions out to you guys next week. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for being here. Again, apologies for the hiatus. Real life just has to take priority sometimes. So, and then Michael, thank you for being here. Keep feeding us info so that we can communicate demo team events and Gen Con events and on and on and on. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
And we hope to see you all at Gen Con.
Yeah. See you next week. Bye.